Hey there guys, Demo73 here with my buddy Ralph. He's going to show off his green-red Void Machina sprinting machines list that you guys got to see. So Ralph, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you chose the deck?
Well, start off, it was the deck I started out with, so I'm like obsessed with trying to make it something. I feel like I might be onto something.
Okay, awesome.
So we'll start with this. Everybody knows that it's Machina. I believe she's version 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go there, and then from there we'll move on to the stone base.
Yep. Everybody knows what Machina does, so don't really need to talk about it.
Stone base. It's real simple. I'm just running 4 blasting waves to catch the green and the red that you'll see further on in the deck, and then the rest of it's just 6 green stones.
6 basic stones, right. Yeah. So you need all those green sources because of your turn 1 ramps.
Yeah,
right?
for ramping, and then also for a little bit of counter that's in the deck as well.
Oh, okay,
so,
awesome.
But simple 10, 4 to 6 ratio.
So go into our creature lineup.
Moving on to creatures, running a 3. And this is actually something that I'm considering replacing and swapping, but right now I'm running 3.
3 Moonbreeze.
1/4. It's a mana dork. It taps for light, which is why it's currently in a 3.
Or moon. Taps
for moon.
Right.
Which is why it's of a 3 of, but it's strong early game, and it's basically just to speed up my ramp.
And it's also protected, right?
Yes.
So when you tap out, it's
the reason that it's in here as well is one, it's a 1/4, but it can't be attacked even when it's tapped.
So that's really good.
It's a really strong mana dork card. I love it.
Okay.
Moving on, so your standard mana dork. These are actually a new addition for CFC.
It just replaced Elvish Priest, right?
It replaced Elvish Priest, but in many different ways. One, old Machina did not have a green tap.
Okay.
You could not, so you couldn't play Dork with Dork, which sped the deck up in this case. And then 2, she's a bigger creature in her previous mana dork that you ran in here. So kind of Machina's best friend for a dork right now.
Okay.
Moving on to Clockwork Soldier. I'm only running a 3 of him. He's kind of lost a lot of his appeal for traditional Machina because he's not, you're not focused on him on screws. He's really just a chump blocker.
Okay.
And maybe a trader with a lot of current meta creatures out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So he's there.
More kind of early defense.
He's basically just there. If I can use him to combo off, but he's more for just to keep you from swinging to my face, and primarily to protect.
All right, because they're free sacrifices for the dorks and everything else.
Exactly.
Cool.
Next, we move on to him. He's something I'm working with. He's actually working out really well because he's a 2 cost for a 6/6. Pay 1 mana to give him target attack. He's something that I'm playing with. He feels pretty strong in the basis of target attack. With a 600 lets him take down quite a bit of early game stuff.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff early game that just loses to a 6/6.
Yes. So he's a 1 of right now. Something that I'm splashing to help combat against flying, as well as to kind of slow down any hyper aggro decks.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next we move on to a 2-pack of Marybell Small Assistant.
Okay.
She's really just in here as a sacrifice creature. All I want her for is the rare occasion that I need to potentially search out a Regalia, but she's primarily here to search out my combo.
So why not a 4 of? Because a 2-drop 5/5 is a good stat.
2-drop 5/5 was good, but the problem is she does count as a machine. But I found when I was running a 4-pack of her, it was slowing me down because nobody would let me use
Nobody would let you trigger them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it was just a dead draw.
It was a dead drop, and it was a free 500 damage, which is not bad. But when you look at what I'm trying to do, 4 of her just doesn't work out too.
Right. Okay.
She is something I'm considering bumping to 3, but right now she feels really good where she's at.
Sounds good.
And I'll explain also why she is what she is as well. So next we move on for the flying defense, traditional machine card, Scout Plane. Scout Plane. Sorry, I'm bad with names. 5/5 flyer. This has actually become my new pump target for when you see later on, like when you're running screws.
Yeah.
Because
11
even,
damage in the air is good.
Yeah, even now, there's not much that counters, that answers flying, and then on top of flying, there's not much that answers an 11/11
Right.
flying on turn 2.
Right.
So,
It's pretty strong.
yes. Move on to again some more search in the deck, another 2-pack. His ability is actually he can search out anything. Specific, we're talking about he's a staple for most machine decks.
Right.
But I'm running him specifically to hunt down 1 or 2 cards. Again, looking for my combo, or potentially looking for a way to give myself swiftness if I haven't triggered some of the other stuff that we'll look into.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So, moving on to the next power supply team. Everybody knows this card. It's common. I use them in here as basically, while his ability is really good, I actually play him with Machina as target bait. I'm wanting you to burn, space-time anomaly or a bear or something, make you spend mana and use a spell to play him. I'm not actually depending on him for a win con.
Okay.
Although, let's be honest, his ability to untap some of my huge creatures, if you don't get rid of him, he's going to make you pay at the same time.
Right, yeah.
So, not a bad choice. This guy is probably my favorite creature in the deck.
Remote control beast.
Remote control
Three
beast.
creatures.
He's a 3-pack because, again, trying to keep the deck fast. So 4 of him's a little too clunky. 3 seem just right.
Okay.
He's an 8/8 that potentially plays for free.
Yeah, gotta love that.
And what's even great about him is, he gets cheaper as you get into turn. So turn 2, you could potentially be playing an 8/8, and good luck.
Yeah.
And then if you pump him with the screw, he becomes brutal in a hurry.
Yes. Yes.
And he's overlooked a lot because people just see him, and they're more worried about some of the other stuff on the board.
Right.
So 3-pack of him instead of 4 just because it felt too clunky. Moving on to the work.
Only 3.
Only 3. And here's the reason why. When I was running 4, I was having a really hard time deciding where else to go with it. And because everybody knows that this is what they expect Machina to come out with and do all the work, I decided to cut 1 to give myself other options.
Right, because you're just going to only be able to hit 3 of them anyway,
Exactly.
So why have the 4th?
Exactly, and if I'm playing against black or something that can remove my hand, I'm looking at other win cons as it is.
Right.
So while arguably the most powerful card, it's also the one that anybody and everybody's looking to remove.
Looking to hit.
So
yeah.
I ran 3, so I have 1 more option for other things.
Outside of stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay. So, spell...
Moving on to addition spells
And Regalia?
and Regalia.
Okay.
Screws. Again, only running a 3-pack. This was a tough decision. The reason that I decided to go with 3 is screws make anything I attach them to targets, and because they don't come in at instant speed, they go on the stack, and it's real easy to just remove the creature that I'm trying to attach. So, excuse me, I've kind of used them as just an ability to bait out another target spell.
Okay.
If they resolve, then good luck. But most of the time in current meta, they're not resolving. I'm using them. I actually combo these a lot with Marybell, Assistant Marybell, just because I'm trying to bait you out to let me go dig for what I'm really trying to kill.
Yeah. Either give me an 11/11 or give me a search card.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good call.
Moving on, Keen Sense. I can't really say enough about this. I want to run more of her, but I can't really sacrifice the rest of the deck to try to keep her in hand. And being that she's a 2-cost, it's iffy.
It's easy to stay in curve, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to go too heavy, right?
Exactly. Well, the thing is I can't afford to take out other 2-costs to keep Machina fast to keep her going as well.
Yeah, so you got to keep her at a pretty
really,
solid position.
At this point, she's just here mainly in case you're running like Charlotte Stealth, or if you're running any form of stealth, and then to keep you Mars and Merc people from comboing off. That's why she's still in here.
And yeah, for sure.
So, moving on to the meat and bones that a lot of you are not expecting.
Yeah.
And this is why we splash red. This is kind of my
The
trick up my
library,
sleeve,
right?
so to speak. Yes, Fairy Tale Library. I'm using a 3-pack of this because percentage-wise, I don't want to draw into it more than once.
Right.
So
you draw and you search so many cards anyway that
exactly
3's just enough.
So, but what it does is it gives anything you call any, gives you swiftness. It's the cheaper, faster version of Machine Lord.
Right.
Play this on turn 2, call machines, everything that comes out, Machina becomes aggro, and good luck surviving me swinging at you until I combo.
Right, yeah,
So
a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it really, really speeds the deck up. In playtesting so far, it's consistently made Machina 1 to 2 turns faster depending on what Machina build you were running.
Right, absolutely.
So then we move on to Legion of the Machine City, or Legion the Machine City, something like that.
Something like that.
This card's really good. I only run it as a 1-of just because it's something I search for, so I don't need more than one in the deck. It's an addition, but it's really nice. It gives all my machines +2/+2, and then it has an pay ability where I believe it's if you pay 2 and tap, you can remove target attack, swiftness, so forth. Is it swiftness?
Flying. Yep.
Flying. It's you can remove flying, first strike, pierce, and target attack, which can be very helpful when you're trying to protect your mana dorks.
Right.
So that's the primary reason for that card. And it's 2 costs, so I just search it out. It's not something I ever keep in hand. Next, I'm running a 2-pack of Marybell's Work.
Deck quest clear.
Yeah. Get some.
It's free draw cards after you combo, right?
Free draw cards after I combo. And I keep this as a 2-pack because the thing is that the one thing I noticed with Machina is once you kind of spit your hand out, you're kind of sitting there going, well, you're top decking, what do I do after now? So she's a real good way to get cards back in your hand in case they find a way to answer your
Right, because you're already ramping pretty hard, so
Yes.
the 5 cost isn't terrible.
Nope, doesn't bother me at all. Moving on, I still run the good old classic.
Can't argue with it.
Can't beat a +3/+3, plus gives everything swiftness. He's really great because in the off chance that because I'm running 3, if I don't catch the Fairy Tale Library, I still can combo out and play him for free.
Right, absolutely.
So he's really nice.
And get that spell and resolve it.
Yeah.
Punch face.
Yeah. So with him still as a 2-pack, the deck has 5 current ways to gain swiftness on all machines.
That's pretty good.
So really speeds Machina up. And then last but not least,
Couple Marybells.
couple of Marybells. Great cards. They help keep your J-Roller alive. And what can I say? Pay 3 to animate. Potentially pay 1 to animate, swing 1,000 to the face.
Hey, yeah.
You
Really
can't
good.
miss it. And I've actually, interesting side note, I'm probably catch a little bit of heat on this one because of the fact that you're burning cards, but I found it as a quite interesting play when they're not expecting this. You pay 3, animate, screw, since they're going to try to get rid of it anyway. They can't because they can't target your animation most of the time. If you're playing this of course you're playing this on mana tap down. So a creature that would normally hit for 1,000, you can swing for 16. Yes, you burn the screw, but you also take almost half their health with them.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I found it to be very, very effective.
Awesome. Yeah, so sweet. Thank you for sharing the list with us. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment sections down below. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Again, huge thanks to Ralph. Go ahead and check out his Twitch channel, which is down below for other gaming stuff and Force of Will, the battle simulator and stuff all the time. And this is DMO73 as always. And until next time, guys, again, this is DMO73. I can't do intros, and I am signing off.